take it to church, man. Come on.
Seize on the
No, I love this life that I live, but the game just ain't the same. I love this life that I live, but everything.
Hey, time for taking the church, man. Hey, so lately we've been doing episode after episode. We're about 3 months into this, right? And pretty much been taking the homies and the young homies in the streets, been taking them to church. But I think now it's time to take y'all church leaders to church, okay? Because sometimes y'all need to regulate yourself and step back into the congregation and look from the other side, okay? Because we got these people, right, church? We got these people. They lead in big congregations. You know, they claim to be doing the work, but really, what are your motives? What are you really doing this for? Are you doing this for recognition? Are you doing this for title? Are you doing this for the car you got parked in the parking lot? Or do you really have the people in mind and their best interest? You know, it's the holiday season right now. 'Tis the season to be jolly, but the rest of the year ain't no jolly. Ain't no coming into feeding the people. You know, simple things. Simple things. You got people all around you that's hungry. You got people in your own congregation that's hungry. Come on now, it's more that we can be doing than just sitting up behind the pulpit and talking real good every Sunday and wishing you had the biggest following in the world. You know what I mean? It's time to, what actions are you doing? I know a couple good preachers right now, but we gotta stay nameless, so I'm not gonna put them out there. But my whole life, I'm gonna tell you, I'm damn near 40 years old. I've never really been encouraged to go to church. And it's not because of me not being a good person or me not having a connection with God. It's because there has not been a church that was appealing to me, that really just attracted somebody from the street. The streets was more appealing than the church house. So I'm just saying now, man, let's reanalyze ourselves and our motives, you know what I mean? And quit coming in the hood when it's convenient for you to look good or whatever your motives is behind doing it and wondering why the community and kids ain't flocking to you and backing you up, man. But hey, I've been running my mouth too much. I got my quiet giant right here next to me though. I'm just gonna ask him a question though, man. Hey, Chuuch, man, one time, man. What needs to be done? What should a real congregation? What should a real leader? Not the congregation, because sometimes most of the time we got good people in there, but that leader ain't necessarily pushing them in the right direction, man. What does that look like? What should that be, man? Got the chin scratch.
Man, you know, well, first and foremost, man, you know, I just want to say, you know, I appreciate Amon King, Paving Great Future, for being out here in the neighborhood on the Four Corners, putting in some real life work. You know what I mean? Out here feeding the people, bringing awareness to the people. You know what I mean? So I just feel like that needs to be also done, you know, in these institutions, wherever these institutions are, wherever you decide to go worship, talk, whatever, congregate with one another. You know what I mean? We have, it's just like playing a sport. You know what I mean? Through the week you practice, and on Saturday is game day. You know what I mean? And we gotta take what we learning in these institutions and put them in practice out here in the streets, because the people who really need it ain't up in the buildings. You know what I mean? The ones, you know what I mean? They say sick people go to the hospital, right? But what about the people who don't even know they sick? They still out here on the streets, so they need us out here. You know what I mean? Preaching and teaching, feeding people, not only just on like a spiritual level, but on a social level as well. You know what I mean? So you gotta feed the belly before you can feed the mind. You know what I mean? So that's first and foremost. You know what I mean? How I feel about the situation is we gotta be out here with the people and for the people. You know what I mean? We gotta stand with people. You know what I mean? Not ahead of them, you know what I mean? But side by side, we gotta look at each other in the eyes, you know what I mean? So the whole top-down situation just really ain't working, you know what I mean? We ain't here to save nobody, you know what I mean? We here to save each other, you know what I mean? So until people can understand that, you know, their liberation is tied into my liberation, and until you free, I ain't gonna be free, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing gonna work. So hence why we out here on the Four Corners, you know what I mean? It's one of the busiest intersections in Southeast San Diego, you know what I mean? We done took something like we're doing many, many times and just changed the whole narrative, you know what I mean? We got people from every side, every hood, right here on the Four Corners doing something positive, man, you know what I mean? Handing out turkeys and food, and we also giving them that good political education, you know what I mean? Because like my man Fred Hampton say, there is no revolution without education, you know? So we just gotta keep that thing going, keep it popping, you know what I mean? And at the same time, you know what I mean, keep a little swag with it, you know what I mean? And I appreciate you, man, Paving Great Futures.
Hey, so since he naming names and he giving shouts out to Pastor Terry Wayne Brooks, okay?
Hey,
and shouts out to Minister Hugh Muhammad, two people I do know and have seen actively feet on the concrete in the turf, man, from San Diego, man. I appreciate both y'all.
And Pastor Bowser too, man.
Bishop Bowser! I almost forget he's a bishop. He's in the streets so much. Double OG. You feel me? But yeah, much love to them dudes, man. And to everybody else, man, if you are doing the works, congratulations. I haven't yet noticed you. You know what I mean? But that don't mean you ain't doing it, because I'm not all seeing. That's God's job. That's not my job, and I can't judge you. You know your intentions. But I'm saying for you yourself, check your own intentions. Check your own motives. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing it for. And I'm not the judge, okay? Shoot, if you can see what I was doing when I'm not around this camera, you might be judgmental of my situation too, okay? So let that be known. You feel me? But beam up.